Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, you wonderful, beautiful people of Speed Gaming World. I'm WXFan21, joined by the legend Aussie101. What's up, Aussie?
Hey, I guess what's up is going to be this weekly Super Metroid map randomizer race here between two top talents, the hottest of the runners, Nevdi and Spiffy Thomas. Gonna be our featured racers today. You excited for
I,
this one?
I am super excited. This is going to be a ton of fun.
Okay, great. Just starting the racers here. I'm also holding up
Crikey.
everyone, gatekeeping.
What a
So we got
crikey, what a raid. Alright, I gotta mute. Someone probably heard that on restream. Yeah, we're screwed by this cyclone, by the way. Thank you, Andy. Goodbye.
Okay, then. That was interesting.
That was intentional restream. So we are not on his side, definitely, for this entire race. He knew it was wrong to announce anything and did anyway.
Wait, have we officially announced it now?
We've announced that Nevdi is not the favorite of this matchup. That's all we're saying.
That is... I don't know. Former number one versus a former number two in the inaugural tournament.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like a hype matchup.
It
I
does.
can't wait to see how this goes.
I mean, kudos to you for picking these two. Oh, okay. Hi, Crane. What?
Got 6 seconds.
The fastest I've ever seen a boss show up. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Great. It's in a weird spot. Like, you find him before missiles. It's like, what are you supposed to do?
Yep.
You want to kill him, but you can't. Vanilla bombs.
And getting bombs before Morph Ball. There you go.
Yeah. Shout out to our tracker today, Aussie101.
I hear
We'll be
he's
marking these
kind of a
bombs.
legend.
Yeah. It's I don't know, impressive that we got him on for this race. You know, he's usually really busy.
Busy coding, busy being awesome. I mean, can we get some love in the chat for this new tracker? Kinda new. Gotta make sure he gets support.
Oh yeah. Tracker's job also to shout out the commentary crew and the runners. Yeah. That is Nevdi and Spiffy Thomas are the runners. Aussie101,
That is right.
WXFan21 on commentary. Ah, there it is.
Oh, big pink find. There you go.
You see Big Pink early on so often in these, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And what's interesting about it is you kind of see a trend when, if you have Morph, or if you have Morph and bombs, that the lower part, like charge item, become like progression, just because they're so early.
So we see both racers getting that morph, and speaking of progression, that first power bomb pack.
Okay.
And,
And that's mostly based off of how they entered the room. We're playing map rando, so that means you want to follow progression. And it looks like progression may be these power bombs, but also power bombs could be anywhere.
Yeah, into the Mickey Mouse room. Don't want to go there.
Yeah. What can you do? So far we have a seed where it's going to be late missiles. And that means these purple, pink, the missile doors are going to be problems. Sometimes known as red doors.
They are definitely going to be a problem. One thing to keep in mind too, and sometimes it kind of goes overlooked, is the amount of power bombs you have at this point. It's a good thing the racers have bombs, but again, you gotta keep that power bomb count in mind.
Yeah, if you don't have bombs, then you're always constantly watching power bomb count. With morph bombs, it's more about only the locations where you specifically need power bombs.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hi, Sports Bar.
the door to the door to waterway specifically, it's a problem one for your power bomb
Yep.
count. Okay.
Question from Twitch chat, if we could turn the game volume up.
Alright.
Please and thank you. Says the commenter in Twitch chat. We got you. Nicely done from Spiffy. Diagonal bomb jump to get up Red Tower.
Double it. That's what I'll do. Start with double it.
Oh, and Nevdi runs into a super missile door. Spiffy runs into Green Gate.
So we got the hero shot on Spiffy's side. That is certainly a hard level trick. I guess this is the thought I was having earlier. What Nebdy's doing with the bomb jump up Red Tower. Like, who thinks to do this? Is this logical? You can do it, so I guess that makes it what you should be doing for logic.
That's what I'd be doing. And there's your logical supers. We've already seen Green Gate. We've seen a super missile door on Nevdi's side as well. So it does make just a lot of sense. There you go. There's that purple door on Spiffy's side. Ooh, okay. Nice mock ball from Spiffy. And hello, first map station of the seed. Okay, so we got a major early supers, we got landing site, major possibly 2 at fishing hole. Mama Turtle has just missiles. And a bring connector as well.
Yeah. So I don't think we're gonna go for the bring connector. There's a major over there, but that's kind of hard to get to as well.
Yeah, you get to a heated room.
The watering hole one wouldn't be a logical major. The room itself, you need a way to get out of the water for hard logic. I guess we should see what we get here at early supers and then maybe think a little more. So ice beam. Back to the map. Unless there's something preventing them from getting the watering hole major, that seems like what you should be doing. X's right now are just kind of nice because we have the basic ammo, but E-tanks are really valuable.
I agree. Bubble Mountain for Spiffy. Nice jump across.
Yeah, Bubble Mountain had some logic changes with 117, which is what we're on now. Mostly the top left door. That was, for the most part, taken out of logic. If you have Ice Beam or Morph Bang, let you get to the top left door. In this case, they had both of those. But things like the damage boost were taken out.
Spiffy's
and there's a
gonna
spring
go...
ball jump you can do.
Yeah, Spiffy's gonna go and quick save and refill here at the ship. He's thinking about heading up for that major. Problem is that's Croc Speedway. You don't have the energy required to get to and from. You need that to be Varia to be the case.
It's very useful in this situation to know your heat damage counts, like to make that run. Really, all parts of map rando, if you can look at the map and like make a decision based on that, then you don't have to go over there and waste the time trying it. So Croc Speedway, not Croc Speedway, it's a Speed Hall. That's I think it's just
Speed
under
Hall.
200 health.
Yeah, it's right around that 2 energy tank mark. Spiffy's gonna go for it again. He has that save over at the ship, so if this is nothing, he's just gonna set and reset out. He'll at least know what the major is.
And then Nevdy's gonna go for the map. And Ridley. Norfair map. And I guess that was Fantoon's map in Norfair, because he can get it.
Got it.
And for the Happy Climb room, Fantoon would have to be the bottom right door, but wouldn't be able to get back. Spring ball here.
Okay, it's a good find. Alright, Spiffy, what you got? Oh, it's X-ray. There's your reset.
Like if you did want to keep it, Watering Hole does have the firm bugs, but it's just power bombs and X-ray. Don't need those at all.
It's not worth it going all the way back.
Empty gonna try again.
Gets the spring ball. Not good.
Yeah, you didn't really want the spring ball here, but it's a difficult room. It's like a room where you can't get completely good at. The Norfair Reserve room.
Definitely difficult. So Nevdy's gonna head for it again. See how he does. Okay, grabs his missiles first.
Oh. Unfortunately killed the Sova. Had a nice
Yeah.
ice platform that he could use.
8 energy. Gets out.
Gets out.
So now it's
Seem
just
to
gonna
really
be a much
value the
longer...
missile.
Yeah, it's gonna be a much longer farm here. Good thing about Spring Ball is it's gonna allow Nevdy to be able to move through water rooms and navigate them a little bit more effectively. Among other things that Spring Ball is gonna be good for.
Yeah, what I always say is you need a way to do the water rooms and a way to do the heat rooms. So water rooms is going to be your ice, spring ball, high jump, eventually gravity. And nebulous movement items, and eventually Varia. Space jump is actually very powerful in most of the heat rooms.
For sure. Nevdy now. Gonna go look to get Kraid done and out of the way with.
Is this his plan behind the missile pack? The missile pickup? Save
Quite
time on
possible.
Kraid.
It's speaking of space jump, Aussie.
Speaking of space jump, let's see some heat room movement. You know, if he had a space jump before going to get that spring ball, so much easier.
Absolutely. Nice quick Kraid kill as well. Also, I hit my first or second ever quick Kraid kill in a race I did the other day. Was very proud of myself.
Nice.
Thank you.
It's a tricky one to do in like a race setting.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can get it in practice, but a lot of things can go wrong. A lot of tiny things. Sure.
Little farm here for Nevdy.
I'm wondering if Nevdy is thinking about Fantoon.
Quite possible.
Kind of going the other way. Oh, finds an okay farm room though.
Yeah, this is a nice little farm room. What's Nifty gonna walk into? Oh, hello, early. We got Sports Spawn Supers, and it's vanilla. Good to find here.
It feels like on Spiffy's side, the trip to extra all this time up until now.
Yeah,
It didn't seem that far to actually make that check, but
but he was so
it's
far
so
in the
long.
criteria at that point.
Like that was a lot more of a costly check than I thought.
Yep.
Okay. So looking at it that way, the item would have been a lot easier to reach one way, and that means it would have been a filler. The filler majors are going to be your beams, so charge, wave, spacer, plasma, or X-ray. So it was very likely an optional item, and that could have been a reason why Nebdi didn't go for it. Yeah, about Fantoon. Nebdi has the missile pack, and with Spring, you'd have to ice climb the Metroids, and that's not very fun. So I guess he just doesn't want to do that. And you can't finish Norfair right now anyway. Spiffy gets a different missile pack. Maybe he gets the space jump before Norfair Reserve. Have an easier time with it.
Possible.
So I think this is the far left major that Nibdi's going for. So I remember it was behind a gauntlet type room and a little bit of heat.
Correct. And like you've been saying, that space jump is going to make this heated room coming up here a lot faster. But yes, you have one of every
So
item
this
except the missile.
pre-cathedral.
Yep, pre-cathedral.
Nebdi, no!
Oh, Nevd, that's unfortunate. Still has... Oh, no.
Oh no! The block came back.
F.
F's for Nebdi.
Unfortunate. Had the right idea.
Oh.
Hello, screw attack, Spiffy into
How about that?
Meridia.
I don't remember seeing Meridia.
I didn't see it
Okay.
either. I don't know how Spiffy came across it.
But does find a major. You know, Space Jump would pair really well with that screw. He's leaving it behind for now. But we are getting new info on both sides. Nebdi may be taking a big setback before revealing this major. But we're here to watch Spiffy anyway. So it's fine.
There you go. Nevdi got his moment of glory at GDQ. Even though he never competed. He was talked about like the 5th racer.
Yeah. Nevdi on the team who picked out the race seeds of GDQ. You know what else I'm collaborating with Nevdi on? This Eddie Map Rando tournament.
Nice.
It's gonna be announced pretty soon.
Exciting. Looking forward to that. That's my second ever Rando tournament.
Yeah, the Map Rando race scene, bit of a lull right now.
Yep.
So hopefully we get a bit more interest with Eddie's Map Rando tournament. He's been talking about how it's going to be different settings. 5 different presets.
Nice, looking forward to that. So we get an E-Tank, Wave Beam, and a Super Missile.
It's all
Doesn't help.
generally nice items.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing huge. Nebdy, no. Took the Tuskegee hit. Nebdy lucky to be alive, finding that E-tank.
Spiffy now on to the crane battle.
Yeah.
Nicely done through Gauntlet.
I was watching the lag reduction on grade. It was textbook fight. Nice damage boost, nice lag reduction. Space jump of 4 spring ball. I think we should talk a bit about what Map Rando is.
Go for it.
It's Map Rando, playing Super Metroid. It's a randomized version of the world. Like the rooms are random, as you can tell. The item rearranged might be a better term. And the way you play these, the way you race these, is you want to look at the map a whole lot. The map is very important. Map Rando.
Nice high jump.
And like you're recognizing the rooms from their shapes. There's some detailing on the tiles to help the runners tell which room is which, as well as counting the number of tiles. And so you piece together in your head the layout of the world and try to just figure out your path. You're looking for the big solid dots. Those are the major items. Those are the ones on the tracker. After that, you want hollow dots for health, and the X's are for damage, supers and power bombs. And the X's are also pretty important. The room-wide X's. So next, that's the other thing you gotta keep track of is your objectives to finishing the game. So the objectives are the 4 bosses on the tracker, Ridley, Dragon, Fanti, and Kraid, and then you finish it off with Mother Brain. There you go. Now everyone's an expert.
Ta-da!
Ah, the baby room. Nibdy has high jump and so this is the new setup, pistachio skip setup. Has wave beam, very helpful.
Oh my gosh, right as he's at the exit. Unfortunate.
I find that's one of the places I fail the most too. He jumped, like he hit the wall trying to jump into the door.
And somehow he was able to deny the water physics for half that room.
That's right.
Hello, Spazer.
No baby physics, no water physics. Can't
I think
explain
there's
it.
one thing that's interesting to... Sorry, Arthur, I didn't mean to cut you off. This Brinstar map. There is a major in the northeast of Brinstar. But it is behind the final Torian escape room.
What is Spiffy doing?
He's hanging
Spiffy
out with
doing
the
the-
fish inside of Main Street.
Yeah, he's playing with the fish. The fish, a little dangerous. So, he must know what he's doing. Hit to anything.
To quote a great movie line, "Fish are friends, not food."
I don't know if Samus agrees. She has a convert into energy ability.
It's also fair. Nope, there's another entry right there. That looks like Croc Speedway.
So Spiffy does get the map. That makes this a success.
Yep.
I think he was sacking for map.
Let's see what he's going to be rewarded with.
Okay.
One major. That's all that's left. That could be a double major. That's left side sandpit. You've got moat major. But that's surrounded by Hoda Ruby.
Oh, is he gonna go for the lowest major? Because that one looked reachable.
I'd go for the, he doesn't have spring. If he had spring ball, he could do it.
I don't know that I saw a way back out through Main Street. But this Meridia for the race overall, I think Nevdi's just never going to do this. There may be a suit here. It seems somewhat likely that there's a suit where Spiffy is. But he just doesn't have the items to at least get the sandpit item. His health is very suspect. Major he is trying to collect. Oh, this is a farm room. Okay, this is fine. Oh, right. I saw him get space jump, but not spring. But spring ball's not enough to get the left sandpit item anyway. Ice and spring ball is enough to climb up Main Street if it's really important.
Mm-hmm. Speaking
here we
of
have
right side
racing.
sandpit major, that is plasma. That's every beam Aussie minus charge beam. Well,
That's
hello,
right.
charge beam. Ask and ye shall receive.
If he did get hit, he would have died. The Avier. So this is a good time to mention the Season 3 settings. One of the big differences is there are 4 extra super packs in the pool. That means there are 14 packs total. You need 30 supers, pretty much, to have enough ammo to not collect charge. So in these settings, it's a lot more likely you don't need to get charge. And with Meridia where it is, and not really being required, I don't think Nevdi needs to get that charge beam. Whereas Spiffy's going to be spending a lot of time getting out with it.
Poor Spiffy is just hanging out in Meridia with no good way out.
You're going to show us how to do all this without high jump, though. Almost every water room, you're expected to have high jump in hard logic. So this is going to be higher level tech.
Mm-hmm. Which a racer of Spiffy's caliber can do with no problem.
Yeah,
And
it's
there's
just going to be slow.
reset.
I think he decided it's going to be too slow.
Yep.
There was another path, but it went worst room into metal pirates into another heated room.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah. He had the items, but not the health for that.
Mm-hmm.
Probably judged that charge wasn't worth keeping with how long it would take to get back.
Nah, not worth it at all.
And that's why I never tracked it. Yes. I knew. Ignore all the other failure to track items.
Makes me wonder where the suits are at.
So if we were to count majors right now, we have Grapple, Varia, Gravity, and Speed left. And there's one major in left sand pit we don't know about.
At least one.
At least one.
Oh, Spiffy is showing off the underwater wall jumps.
Mhm.
Nicely done.
This one a lot easier than the... Like when there's a wall on either side, it's much easier. You could do it at home. But that itself is a hard level trick. Being able to wall jump up like that. I thought we were going to get a Fantoon fight a lot earlier.
Oh, hello, Speed Booster.
Yeah, Speed Booster's an item where you don't know if you need it. You can get gated by a room very deep into a seed, and you just never know if it's going to happen or not until it does happen. So some runners really...
Dakara Room is one. We've seen Dakara Room entrance being speed locked, or exit, however you're planning on entering or leaving.
And there's also logical reasons to get speed, but we're too late into the seed for that. We have every item other than suits and grapple right now.
Down goes Fantoon for Spiffy, so Spiffy's get 2 bosses down.
Yeah.
So Spiffy's ahead on bosses, but Nevdi, I'd argue, ahead on info. He's got plenty of more majors. And as long as Nevdi doesn't venture into Meridia, he should be fine.
Yeah, the problem is just that what Spiffy's done didn't pay off. Majors. Not necessary. So he's just gonna be behind right now. Nebdi knows that Ridley is here, right next to Fantoon. Here's another, I don't know, a tricky trick that Spiffy has to do. It's either gonna be either the ice climb or the gravity jump to get to the map. Nebdi back in criteria. What does that mean?
Hello, Torian.
Like, if we were to simplify what Nebdi did, all that checking was just for high jump. Maybe an E-tank. So high jump spring ball would... It probably does lead Nebdi to Meridia. To get that sandpit major. So in one way, Nebdi's going to be giving back the time of this X-ray check. You probably still get the same reset. Nebdi's just going to do it faster now because it has better items.
Agreed. Question in Twitch chat about... Go ahead.
Nah, you can read the question.
Question is, has Map Rando beaten Dash Randomizer as the SM randomizer of choice for regular tournaments? Obviously, it's a community vibe answer, so no hard right or wrong. They're both vastly different. Map Rando is vastly different than Dash. Dash is your normal game. You can have area rando mixed inside of it. It's a great platform. Map Rando's literally nothing about the regular game because the map. So I think it's definitely preference.
What's funny is that Map Rando tries to keep a little bit tighter to the vanilla game mechanics than Dash does. Map Rando's much harder to get into and to follow. It's just a lot more complicated of a game. So
Yep.
there is, what's the word? Like, there's interest in having both. Like,
Of course. Kip and team do an outstanding job with the dash randomizer. If you're interested in Map Rando, go over to maprando.com, generate your own seed. I would recommend basic, normal, and standard as your settings, just to get used to Map Rando, even if you can do higher level tricks. You want to do basic because you're going to familiarize yourself with mechanics, you're going to familiarize yourself with how these rooms get randomized, you'll familiarize yourself with just logic in general. So definitely something I'd recommend to go do.
yeah, there's a preset. I don't know what it's called. I think it might be called default, and it might even default to the default preset. But that's the one that you would want to start with. And map, and then also the tricks.
I wouldn't
Like,
say
there's
it's
a
a
lot
higher
of
barrier to entry, Battle Axe. Sorry, Aussie. I wouldn't say
Sure.
Map Rando's a higher barrier to entry. I would just say it takes getting used to. That's all. Go ahead, Aussie.
I was gonna say a lot of these tricks can show up in speedruns and in other randomizers. Like if you're playing through Dash, you want to learn these tricks too.
Absolutely.
They show up in puzzles and ROM hacks a lot. That's like where we get inspiration from. But then you come to Map Rando, and that's when you're like forced to use them in a run.
And here to Spiffy into Brinstar.
Yeah. See the race. I think they're both gonna be doing like the same things. It's just Nevdi is doing everything faster, and is also gonna run into the progression. It seems like, and that's not because decisions were bad. It's just what items were there in the places that they chose to check.
You got it.
Nevdi stayed more in logic than Spiffy. And again, on the experience with the randomizer side, and like less valuable. And I could see that as a reason why Nevdi would stay away from the majors that Spiffy was checking. Oh, Ridley dead ends. So you can do all this without Ridley.
Ouch.
"37 minutes in, still don't have equipment for Ridley." I believe it was Mother Brain and Brinstar.
Yeah, Mother Brain, Brinstar, I think also Dragon.
Yeah. Wait, if we know all the bosses, then we just have to figure out how to kill Ridley.
Hacks. You kill Ridley with hacks. Okay, in all seriousness, you just blow him up. You need... And so this is one of the other interesting things about Map Rando Aussie. One of the things, the quality of life changes. Fast elevators, no item fanfare, you just pick up the item and go. But the other thing is those super missiles, they do double damage to Mother Brain and obviously the same damage to Ridley. So 30 supers to defeat Mother Brain 2 and to defeat Ridley. So
There it is.
we've seen how many times throughout the years, or throughout the seasons here in Map Rando, where we've seen a 5 energy tank suitless Ridley fight. Eddie, notorious for that, it stands out from season 1 during the tournament. So there's definitely ways of doing it. It is just really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know how to manipulate Ridley's AI properly. And stuff like that.
Yeah, that's sort of a carryover from Dash and Varia Randomizer, at least to me, because that's where I learned like how to do my Ridley fights for those randomizers. But in Map Rando, you also have to deal with the rooms surrounding Ridley. Like if you can farm nearby, or if there's going to be more heat rooms nearby. Just extra complexity. But I think that's right now. He actually got stuck in the floor right there. That was very interesting. He froze an atomic in the floor and then rolled on top of it. Got sucked into the ground. Nebby also needs another E-Tank for Mother Brain. And this is go mode. Oh no. This also looks like Nebby not going to be going into Meridia.
Definitely not a bad thing.
Oh, Spiffy does some high-level tricks.
So Spiffy being Spiffy, got it.
Yeah. Ah, got hit. Wasn't there a major above this room? Missing out on plasma. Nevdi, needing extra items. This is where I look at Nevdi's missile count and see it is somewhat low for 40 minutes into a seed. So he actually does need a little bit more ammo.
Yeah, 2030 is nice. You definitely want some more.
You need about 40-30. Ridley save. So it seems like all the runners in the race. This is a bigger race room than just these two. All the runners are gonna know all the bosses fairly early, like as soon as they get this sprint star information. But you have bad equipment at that point in time, so they need to decide where to pick up mostly Ridley items. And I guess we see a lot of picking up the majors for like a suit. But then the other option is health and supers. And it's looking like various suits just not easily available. So we might see a lot of people go for an ammo and E-Tank finish. Spray gone. I don't think you can get a quick kill with this ammo. I think you need slightly more. At the same time,
Ridley?
So Nifty should have a
Dragon.
Nifty should have a cleaner looking Ridley than Spiffy's Dragon. Just based on ammo entering the room. But Nebdi has historically had a lot of trouble with Ridley suitless.
Yeah. But again, I mentioned earlier about manipulating Ridley's AI. Knows how to do it. Nicely done.
Yeah, the Ridley fight, Dragon's actually pretty similar in that regard. You can do 160 per hit. So
It hurts.
you take 2 hits, it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
If you get grabbed, it's basically 50-50 on if you get hit, because they're going to be mashing as fast as they can to break out.
Yep. Nevdi now has enough energy, had enough energy beforehand, but has the extra energy to beat Mother Brain. So it just needs to go to Dragon, and again, that's easy to do on your way out. Or on your way to Mother Brain, rather.
Yeah, technically, Nevdi still needs to either break the glass and refill, or get another missile pack.
Yep, it takes 17 projectiles to break Mother Brain 1's glass tank.
18.
Is it 18? I thought it was 17. Huh. 18 it is.
9 and 9 is how I do the fight in SMZ3.
Nice. Nevdi's up to a really good lead. Spiffy still needs to go all the way back for Ridley.
Yeah, they're both one boss away from done. Spiffy still needs... Spiffy still can't kill Ridley, really. Or survive Mother Brain. He's still collecting items.
Yep, and remember, so they basically did everything backwards. Nevdi was in Bryn first, Spiffy went afterwards.
Is this
Nevdi farm?
Is this Nevdi's downfall? So getting the item behind Gauntlet E-Tank. This is a slow play for sure, but it helps a lot having Screw Attack. Looks like they're going to be getting a different set of E-Tanks. If you're getting the Brinstar E-Tanks, and if you got the Norfair ones. Hopefully Nevdi can figure out an ammo refill before Mother Brain. There are a number of ammo refill stations in the game.
And the uniqueness about Map Rando's ammo stations is it's not just missiles, it's all ammo. Hence why they're called ammo stations instead of just missile recharge stations. So again, another amazing quality of life change.
There's another related change like that coming in the next release, and that's with the health stations. They're going to give... They will refill reserve tanks.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah, community wanted that one for a long time.
I like it.
I think E-Tanks will also refill reserves.
Oh, that's even bigger change.
Yeah. Another fun one is you'll be able to move health from your E-Tanks over to your reserves, like the same.
You're just finding every way to break the game, aren't you, Ozzy? If y'all don't know, Ozzy's one of the developers of Map Rando.
Plasma. Okay. Definitely worth turning ice off on Nebdy's side.
Oh yeah.
Looks like this is where he's chosen to refill supers. Flame glass, and then refill missiles. So we're like right next to Mother Brain and Dragon, but it'll still be a couple minutes.
So, 3 majors we haven't seen. Both suits and grapple. Again, left side Sandpit had at least one of the majors. That was all the way in Meridia. And we haven't seen a lot of Torian, and we obviously haven't seen the wrecked ship either.
Yeah, as soon as you get to Brinstar, you have all your boss information, as well as the ship information. So to beat the game, you just need to get enough items to kill the bosses. And that means you don't really want to explore, because blind exploring is really bad.
Nevdi.
Oh no.
Oh, Nevdi. Nevdi, what are you doing? Oh.
Okay, he lives.
This is cringe.
Yeah.
And if you know me, I never use that word. F. Nevdi with
F.
the reset. Ouch.
So where is this? He's full ammo. Oh, is that before Ridley?
It's possible.
I think that's before Ridley. Ouch.
I thought he saved after Ridley, but I'm not sure. Oh no, he doesn't have the energy here.
Yeah, that's
Before Ridley.
Very even now. Spiffy maybe ahead, but is gonna have a tough Ridley. A harder Ridley. Well, this race just got interesting, huh? They're gonna be in the Ridley fight at the same time, pretty much. Switch audio, maybe? One hit the wall, but Spiffy has the extra 5 supers. Very clean. Empty's on 26 super. Disregard that.
Beautiful Ridley fight from Spiffy.
Yeah, beautiful from Nebdi too. So if you remember last time,
the dragon blown up.
yeah, Nebdi's back to collecting more items. He needs to get these missiles. Spiffy has the extra super pack. So big reversal in the race with that death to GT of all things. Accidentally fell through the crumble blocks into GT. But now it's Spiffy who's ahead. Has Dragon dead, has the better ammo situation. And they're both going to be doing a similar run back to Brinstar.
Technically, Spiffy can finish. So if you're unfamiliar with how the Mother Brain fight works, basically what happens is the game looks for Varia Suit as the trigger for Mother Brain 2's Rainbow Beam. Basically, if Varia is active and on, then it's 300 damage per Rainbow Beam. If Varia's suit is not on, it's 600 damage per Rainbow Beam. So, technically, Spiffy can do it, just has to kick in that reserve tank.
to spin. I missed it. Also, this is a better farm spot than where Nevdi was. Nevdi
Agreed.
going around again. The green gate keeps winning. This is one of the problems with the ammo finish. If you're doing Ridley into Mother Brain, then you just have to find a place to get all of your supers back. And this takes a couple minutes of just farming. That you wouldn't have to do if you had charge. Oh no. So the drops are in the floor, out of reach. That happens from the bunch of bugs. Then you'll be killing the remaining bugs in their spawn point, which is too low to reach. Okay, good. Spiffy did take a safety save. Very tight on health, as you were saying. Ammo is also fairly dangerous. Because of the breaking the glass, where you need the 18 projectiles. That's what makes the ammo really tight here. As well as Rinka is doing a ton of damage. 0 suit finish. How often do you see that? Both runners no
It's
suits.
rare. It's rare, that's for sure.
Okay. Can spare 1 super.
Amazing how this race turned around. And this is why, folks, in any race, I don't care what category you're playing, I don't care if it's Super Metroid or not.
Okay.
Never, ever give up. Because you do not know where your opponent is at. You don't know if they've made mistakes. You continue to race hard until you see your opponent finish. Plain and simple, or you finish first. Never give up.
I guess in this instance, we're also playing for points.
Of course.
Giving up is going to lose a lot of points. No one wants that.
Nope.
23 racers in the race room. Biffy into the escape. And then 42 left. You have to get to
Dun 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 dun.
Oh no, again.
Spiffy. Spiffy pulls off hard tricks. Apparently 2-3 wall jumps are a little bit too difficult for him.
Those are an entire separate tech from regular wall jumps, you know?
It's fair.
Maybe kind of taking his way through Dragon it.
He has the energy to spare too. Oh!
Until he doesn't.
Oh! Nev D.
Okay.
There you go.
Just a couple more rooms over here for Spiffy to get to the ship. We saw this section of the map much earlier on the way to X-Ray. Turned to a big old reset. But the end of the seed is where the ship is, and in this race we're not saving the animals.
Nope, that is a randomized setting this season, and all the racers will know well ahead of time in these community racers whether or not they have to save the animals or not. But it's Spiffy the Hare Thomas coming in first place here on the restream. GG's to Spiffy. And Spiffy overall finishes in second place in the community weekly. Official time of 57 minutes and 58 seconds. Eddie finishes in first place with an official time of 54 minutes and 14 seconds. So it looks like Eddie elected probably to do the same exact thing Spiffy did. Suitless finish.
Yeah, most likely suitless. I
That's
think
my guess
Nifty's
if you're
route
finishing
was
that
a lot
early.
stronger. Because
I would
Nifty
agree
took
with
a
that.
really big time loss.
There's an argument Nevdi could have finished first overall if he didn't die to GT.
I think there's some areas we could prod Nevdi into maybe practicing. Like keeping your stream muted when you're being on restream.
Fair.
Oh. Trap the drops under the floor again. Gotta be frustrating.
That is frustrating. Hey! Link's Unlimited finishes in third place. 1 hour and 9 seconds. Lynx is becoming a very dangerous map rando player, Ozzy.
Link's definitely was already a very strong Super Metroid player. Maybe only just got into randomizer with map rando. So hasn't been at that for too long, but very strong competitor now.
Lynx likes to run SM 100%.
Doing a GT Classic grind right now. Last I checked.
We got that the GT Code Memorial Tournament coming up, I believe. Nevdi just made that look so effortless. Freezing all 3 rinkas. There's our winner. Spiffy the Hair Thomas joining us here for a little post-game interview. What's up, Spiffy?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Congratulations on your win, based on Nevdi's fumble and screw-ups. I mean, his F's in the chat.
Yeah,
he had a
unfortunately,
whoopsie.
There was a whoopsie.
Yeah. Remember that that ammunition above crumble blocks at GT?
About the crumble blocks. Which one are we speaking of?
Top left Golden Teresa room.
Oh yeah, the missiles.
Yeah, guess who fell down the crumble block?
Oh, he Nevdi fell down?
Yup.
Yeah.
I had to make sure that I did not fall down there. I knew it would be atrocious. And
that was the
I would
last
lose.
missile he needed.
Golly, that's tragic. Oh no.
Nevdi could have came in first, or it's very close to Eddie's first place overall time.
Gotcha. Oh man. I hate to see my friend Nevdi over here shambling like that. I mean, of course I'm glad for the win, but
beat him and took his points. No, you don't.
Hey, for those who are wondering, I want to beat people at their best, okay? I don't want to win because of their mistake. There's a difference between the type of winning you get. I want to beat him at his best, not because he messed up.
That is so honorable of you.
Man, the top left of Gold Trio, isn't that pretty close? Yeah, he was on his way to Dragon, or was he just getting those missiles because he just needed missiles for Mother Brain?
On his way to Dragon.
On his way to Dragon.
Before Dragon, after Ridley.
Yeah. And we'll talk about it when Nevdi gets here, because he's very close to the ship. But, like, your routing between both of you was kind of just reversed. Nevdi found his way into Bryn first, then went back to Norfair. You went Meridia, spotted your charge beam, had no good way to get on out, reset, then you found yourself in Bryn a heck of a lot later than Nevdi did.
Gotcha. Yeah, if For those of you with the keen eye and are paying attention, I failed the green gate glitch so many times. I just was struggling so much. And if it wasn't for that, going into Brinstar early, I think would have made a pretty big difference. Because this
Yeah.
would have been before I went back for Fantune and then blinding Ridley. Because I didn't know Ridley was there too. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I'm just thinking about how this route could have been so much better.
Hello?
Hello.
You had a really good
Hello.
route.
GG?
GG's Nevdi. I heard you met your fate at Golden Chorizo.
Oh, that was painful.
How much time did you think you lost?
It was 6 minutes, 20 seconds.
Golly. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was rough. I had to fight Ridley again. It was so
Oh
bad.
no. Did you
Yeah, it
also
was
do the chargeless suitless?
Yeah, chargeless, double suitless. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like, did you
exactly.
do the same?
I did do the same.
Yeah.
They were saying that our routes were fairly similar, but at the same time different because, well, you went to Brinstar first, right?
No, I
The
went to
biggest
Brinstar.
difference is Nevdi didn't go to Meridia.
Correct.
Oh, I see.
So you went down to Moat, found Charge, and didn't have a good way out of Meridia. Hence
Yeah,
how
they're-
Nevdi got to Bryn a lot earlier. Nevdi also came across Spring Ball a lot earlier as well.
Yeah, I knew I broke some logic there when I went up Red Tower with the bombs, and I'm just kind of thinking about where I could have missed something, just missed anything, and I just completely slipped my mind that the left side of Big Pink with the power bombs just completely slipped my mind, and it wasn't even there. It was just the door on the left, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. I just completely ran past that door where Spring Ball was. Just slipped my
I
mind
blinded
completely.
that. But I did my bomb jump Red Tower first, and then I went over and did I didn't get any major there. I didn't like them, they looked terrible, so I went back to Norfair and blinded a bit and tried to go for map. But when map was locked, that's when I went back to Criteria, got the major, did
so-
Brinstar, and then that was the whole. Once I saw Brinstar and the boss there, I'm like, okay, well the game's done. Let's try and finish it with what we've got.
Mm-hmm. So you didn't get anything in Criteria before you left there, huh? You just got mapped and noped out of there?
Yeah, I mapped and left back to Norfair because it was going to be slow, like
Mm-hmm.
just too slow, and I couldn't tell like if the tanks were going to be enough or anything. So yeah, I left, and I managed to get space jump, spring ball, and it just made it all so much easier when I came back
Mhm.
later. So that would have.
I can tell you what that major is up there. Ask me how
I
I
got-
know where that major is up there.
I got the majors, but not
Did you-
early. It was Yeah, it was X-ray, right?
It was X-ray, yes. It was
Yeah.
such a
So I-
tragic, so
I know,
tragic.
it's terrible. I got them eventually, but not before getting like space jump and speed.
Yeah. Wait, where was
That's a lot.
Speed? I got
Speed
lucky.
was in Brinstar, I think. I got all the majors in Brinstar. It was like they were all terrible, like all I didn't need. But
Oh,
was like
okay. It must have been
Spacer,
the east side of
Plasma.
Brinstar.
yes, yeah, west.
Because you
west
probably
side was
checked that X
Spacer,
for ammo
Plasma.
too.
Yep, I did. Yep. So when I went west side, I got the Spacer, I think it was, and then I got the Super because I'm like, okay, well, it's probably going to be a ammo seed, and then I went right and got the power bombs and speed booster.
Gotcha. Yeah. I got lucked out. I lucked out. Nothing was speed locked. So I didn't go for that major on the right because I figured everything was already open for me because the maps were in a really good location for almost every area. The only tragic
Yeah.
one might have been like well, I didn't really go to Wreck Ship or Torian, so can't really say for those.
Yeah.
But the Meridian one wasn't terrible. It was actually right by the entrance, but you had to kind of commit to go down Main Street first. You had to commit to go down there.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty
Yeah.
lucky I dodged all that, to be honest. So I think that's where I made up a lot of time because I died a lot in this one, and then obviously the big GT death was the disaster.
Mhm.
But it sounds like Meridian was bad enough, and double suitless is probably optimal. So I got pretty lucky to finish in this mix here after that death. I think that everything else I did was pretty solid, except for getting speed, but that's not too bad.
So they say both suits were in Norfair, and if you open up the map, it's a terrible trek to get those suits. It's god awful. You
The
have
other
to
thing
go
too-
through double chamber.
Ew.
I went through double chamber, I think.
Did you?
Wait,
I don't
Or not
think-
double chamber. I'm thinking single chamber. Sorry, single chamber. Single chamber.
no. Sorry, I went through single. Yeah, I went all the way over there. I just didn't go to the majors because I needed. So the game was like done for me at that point. I just needed the hollows to kill Ridley, so I went over
Yes.
there, but I didn't keep going for the majors. Were they close enough? Should I have got them?
No,
Now I'm
you
worried.
absolutely should not have. They're
Okay,
so
okay.
far away. Yeah,
Yeah,
you'd
I
have to
got
go
the
through single
ones-
chamber and then parlor. Then you'd have to go through wreck ship shaft, and then you'd have to go through what looks like. God, I don't even know what that is. The Kaisis room, the one right before 2 rooms before
Goodness, they
plasma.
are so bad.
Yeah,
I
That
did.
is
yeah,
so
and then
though.
Crade Warehouse
I-
has 1 suit, and if that's not gravity, to get gravity, you'd have to go through Fish Tank and Everest.
But I went through all wreck ship main shaft and everything. Hold on, I must have looked at this wrong. I thought it was like bad to keep going. I probably just should have. Oh, it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't.
Yeah, no, it's so far away. At this point, I'm like, okay, I have exactly 5 tanks and 1 reserve. I got a save point, and when I'm in a race, I've already lost a lot of times. I'm just gonna go for it, and I go for Ridley with 5+1 and 35 supers, and ended up. I think I did something equivalent to a 4 tank Ridley.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, just completely destroyed him and got out free. After that, health refill right there in Big Pink. Farming super missiles in what's it? Grapple Tutorial 3. Farmed there for 5 years, and then finally killed Mother Brain. Double suitless ammo. That's it's a neat seed to have for sure. Very neat to have. Good to see. It makes that
Yeah.
extra 2 packs of supers very interesting because of seeds like this, where it
Yeah.
really matters. And luckily, I dodged the extra missiles, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna peek. What was it? The pirate shaft in Criteria, the one that has the 2 items there. It
Mhm.
had an E-tank and supers. So I went around the loop for it so I could get my 30th super, my 6th super pack. And I
Yep.
got another super pack on the way. And I was like, okay, well, great. I don't need any missiles anymore. Well, let's just go.
Yeah, that is nice. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
that.
Pretty optimal ammo, too. 1535. Yeah, it's perfect. Ended up being perfect. Tragedy struck when I missed the green gate glitch. I pulled the Nevdi, and I missed the green gate glitch. Not even exaggerating, probably 15 times.
Oh no, that's devastating. Especially for ammo, because the refills were pretty awful from memory. Yeah.
Well, it was right next to Red Tower, so it wasn't the worst, but it was very slow.
Oh, I
Um,
mean, like for the rest of the game, like, did you leave Drago until last? Did you have like ammo? Oh no, you had 30. What, did you have 35 or 40 supers?
35, 15 and 35.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Must have
Actually-
been a. Oh no, that's right. You got the pack you just told me about. Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
I did Dragon third because
did it
I got the map
last.
up there, and I'm like, you know what? There's a couple of majors, and there's supers and ammos around, and health around. So I was like, you know what? Let's just kill Dragon now, so I don't have to come back over here. Because the chances
Yeah.
are I'm gonna dodge the rest of the majors. I'm not gonna get gravity.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
yeah.
get Vari again.
Yeah.
So
I left it till the end just in case I would find something on the way because I hadn't had Norfair map. And then
Mhm.
that's what led me to fall down GT because that's what I was coming up to kill.
Man, that's tragic.
I had springboard too. I should have done the springboard step. I'm like, I got space jump. Like I'm not gonna fall with space jump, right? And then like I hit the ledge once, did the crumble jump, and then I hit it short again. I didn't react in time, and I'm like, it's over.
KGG dies with cringe. Perfect.
Devastating.
It is devastating.
that,
They said
it was
that
pretty-
you probably would have got first, maybe definitely second for what I hear.
Not first.
You would have
Yeah, I think
taken me.
Yeah, but that's part of the game. It's can't. Yeah, the ifs and ands are
definitely.
good, but I mean, like that's part of it all.
Exactly. I see my issue with my route for sure. Missing all those green gate glitches. Not only did I fail it 15 times right next to Red Tower, after I failed it, I got demoralized. So I
Yeah,
went back
yep,
to Norfair, and then that's when I went to Meridia. So if I just
Oh,
nailed that, you can
no.
cut out all of Meridia.
Wait, that's
all of
crazy. So
Meridia's
that
just gone.
spiraled you to add in Meridia. So it's not just missing the green gate glitch. It's like what that caused you to do. Yeah, wow,
exactly.
that's kind of great. Did you bring any supers out of Meridia or e tanks? Because you said you had 5.
No.
I only had like 3, so I had
Not
to
at
go
all.
all the way around. Yeah, okay, that's
Because
just
I
a
saved in
smart
Big
time loss.
Pink. Yeah, I blinded to save in Big Pink because Fan 2 was blocking the map and I didn't have any way to get there. And then I got Spring Ball, and instead of going straight to Fan 2, I went to Meridia.
Yeah, jeez.
I went straight to Meridia. And then I think that was High Jump Boots and Main Street. Was that Screw Attack? I
No,
can't remember.
It was Screw Attack.
Screw Attack.
It was Screw Attack, okay. High Jump was in Brinstar Shaft, I think.
Yes.
Okay. So we got Screw Attack there, which is not really useful. And then we commit to map, and then we go all the way down to the very bottom and got charged. And I'm just thinking to myself, there's no way to get out of here. So I reset all the way Big Pink. So that's like 3-4 minutes at least.
Yeah, wow.
It's good info. So at that point, I saw a charge, and I'm like, okay, well, now I just have to commit to X's, and ended up with perfect ammo.
Yeah, I had perfect ammo in the bad way. It was 40, 30, I
40,
think. But it
30.
was alright. Yeah, it was just enough. I didn't miss anything, luckily. I didn't
Yep.
go back for the GT missile. I was scared. So I went down to the sand pit and got the springboard jump to get the last one. Why am I doing this again? I can't forfeit these. I was like, if that's a different race, I just forfeit. But it's the weekly. I'm like, I got to do it.
Mhm.
And luckily, it wasn't too bad. Like finishing
Yeah.
6 after all that is really lucky. So pretty happy. And it's good. It's skill
What'd you hit
issues for me.
Springball?
This one. Springball I got like right at the start in Norfair. I
Yeah,
think.
you had Spring Ball. Just go back for GT and use the Spring Ball strat. You literally can't
I
fall
would have
with Spring Ball strat.
yeah, mental Spiffy. I would have fallen. I would have been freaking out. I wouldn't have pressed down correctly. Everyone's watching me. Can't do it. Not doing that cost me like wait. Let me see. It cost me 4th though. Doing that, like I had to go. I could have just gone backwards the other way. But my cowardness cost me, so I'm adequately punished. Yeah. But yeah, just skill issues for me on this one. The structure was okay, not the best calls, but like good enough given how difficult the seed was. So yeah, just got to get better. That's all it is. So it's a good way to lose. So I think my head's still okay with Map Rando, but just have to be better. That's all.
Oh yeah, skill
All
issues
right.
when it comes down to it. This seed is very, very rewarding for top skilled players, though. Double
Yeah, for
suitless, ammo kills.
Mhm.
Make sure you know exactly where your ammo is and stuff like that. So
Definitely.
All right,
Very fun.
racers. Final thoughts.
For me, just GG's to my opponent Nevdi. It's a shame about the shambles. I think we could have got a really, really good race on this one if we both just made slightly better decisions and you didn't fall the GT. But yeah,
Yeah.
GG's to you.
GG's
Thanks for
to
having us. Yeah, having us on this restream, of course. To our commentators, Aussie and WX Fan. Also, our tracker, Aussie. Appreciate you guys all.
Our tracker's
Let
name,
go.
it's all right.
I like Spiffy. Yeah, GG's as always. I threw on purpose to keep our score about the same because we are pretty equal. So I was getting a little bit away with that last cheetah race I did. So now it's like, now we're back to the same.
Falling back to
Hope you get a
earth.
lot of points. Anyway, thanks, man. Appreciate the race. And thanks, everyone, for putting it on. Good fun.
All right. In all seriousness, Aussie, thank you for commentary. Thank you for tracking. Final thoughts from you.
No, more thanks for everyone. Thanks, Nivd, Spiffy, WX Fan, for being here, letting us show off Map Rando. It's always fun having these weeklies. And I guess in news, we can look out for some tournament announcements in the main Discord coming soon. But we'll let
See you next mission, everybody.
see you next
Aussie
mission.
was cutting
We're
out
done.
there. Hey, he's back. All right. We'll see you next mission.